Welcome friend for the next assignment. So to draw the orthographic view, here is the question. Draw the orthographic views of the following object. So firstly we have to find out the front view looking in the x direction, and second we have to find the side view from the left direction. For the simplicity of this solution, I just marked the aqua color for the front view and I just given the pink color or rose color for the side view. Also I placed the observer for the reference position. In the x direction we have observer from the front side in aqua color, and also the observer which is placed on the left hand side in a pink color for the understanding purpose. So we are solving this numerical in AutoCAD. Okay, for solving this numerical, I made a 3D block of the same object from the example. From this object, it is very clear that there is a slot at the bottom, as well as there is a hole throughout the object from the front view to the end view or the back view. Also, there is a slot on the top side, and the left hand side to the right hand side there is a loft, or there is a cut section of a semicircle, that is arc. Also from the front view, this object will look like this. That means these are the solid edges which we are going to visible from the front view. And when we click on the left hand side view, so this will be the left hand side view from the observer point of view. Okay, so we will solve this numerically in AutoCAD. So before going to the AutoCAD, we just copy this question or the image for solving in the AutoCAD purpose, and we just paste over here from the clipboard. We have to go for the paste or just press the Ctrl V key. Okay, so we will put this object over here. So as you see, this diagram is the very smaller one. We will rescale it, simply dragging the corner point. Okay, so here is our question. Now we have to draw the pictorial object, or this is the pictorial view of the object, and we have to draw the orthographic view of this particular object. So from this pictorial view, we would like to draw the front view and left hand side view. So as we know that on the above the xy, horizontal line is always the xy line, and the vertical line is always the x dash and y dash line. Okay, and we also know that in the first quadrant method, we always have the front view in above the xy line, that is above the HP, and the left hand side view is always drawn on the right hand side view in a this first quadrant method. So firstly we will have to take the dimension of this particular object. As we require in front view, we require the length and height of the object. So we will firstly mark the 40 mm length, that is the total length of the object which is at the bottom they mentioned, and on the left corner or the left most they mention the height of the object is 50. So we have to firstly draw that particular reference point, or we are making some border of that particular box of a length of 40 and 50. So before that we will take a copy of the reference line, that is construction line, uh, as a guideline. Okay, so we will take a offset of 15 mm of the vertical line on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Okay, also we will take the one copy of the horizontal line, that is construction line, on the top side for the reference purpose. So I will take this line as a reference purpose. Why we are taking the reference lines, because, or the construction line for the drawing, because we never draw the object dimension on the main construction line, that is on the xy line. This xy line, that is horizontal line, we called it as a HP line. Okay, and we never draw the dimension on the vertical line, that is x dash and y dash line, as this is the line x dash and y dash line. Why we are not drawing? Because we have, when we have to transfer the dimension from one front view, that is from the one side of the view to the another side, or from the one view to another view, what will happen, as the dimension is on the main construction line, then they will coincide, or they will overlap each other. So at that time for the given the dimensioning for that particular lines, or while giving the notation for that particular lines, they will their notation will overlap, and we cannot get the proper separate image of the front view, side view, and the top view. So for that purpose we require the construction line separately, other than the main construction line. So that's why we are taking this another 15 mm distance for the separate construction line to draw the front view, side view, and the top view. But in this diagram only the two views they are asked to us. So first one is the front view and second one is the left hand side view. So in the front view, as I already said that it is marked by the aqua color, so we will try to draw the front view on the left hand side of the x dash and y dash line and above the x and y line, because that is our front view. So we will mark the line that at the bottom the 40 mm line is there and 50 mm height is there. So we will take that corner and we will mark the at bottom 40 mm line. Okay, so here we will mark the 40 mm line. So as we see that the 40 mm unit is as compared to this pictorial view, that is a very small in dimension. So we will just shift that image nearer to the center point. Now it is okay. Okay, so 40 mm, we will take the 40 mm at the bottom and 50 mm as the height. So firstly we will make a one box of 40 mm length and 50 mm height. So after again we will take a 40 mm on left and we will close the box. Either you can also you can take the rectangle for the same drawing purpose, but I will take a because it is easy to take a line and draw quickly that particular distance according to requirement. Second most important thing, while drawing the any line or any geometry, we have to firstly click the polar tracking, or we have to press the F10 button, and we have to maintain we have to start the polar tracking, because it is very useful tool in the AutoCAD, so that it will guide us continuously for the length for the vertical length sorry for the vertical line and horizontal line accurately, as well as the angle. Okay, so we made a one box for the reference. Now we will draw the shape of aqua colored in our front view. So as we look into the front view, as there is a slot at the bottom, and it is having a gap of 30 mm. So from the left hand side the 5 mm leg is there, and on the right hand side also 5 mm leg is there. So we have to draw that particular gap in a front view, and it having a slot of 3 mm height. So firstly we will take the offset of the bottom line by the 3 mm. So we mention the 3 mm as a distance, and we take the offset of our bottom line on the top side. Also we will take the 5 mm length. Okay, 5 mm leg length on the left hand side. So for that I will take the offset of this particular side of 5 mm, and on the right hand side. So also we will take the 5 mm length on the left hand side. Okay, so here it is. So we cut the unwanted lines, as we don't require this vertical line and this horizontal line. So here we got the leg part in our front view. Also we will take the 30 mm length. Okay, so 30 mm, it is 30 mm length from the bottom, and if suppose we take the 20 mm from the top, so as already we cut this bottom part of the line, so we will take the offset of this line by the 20 mm, because we know the total height is 50 mm. So it is very easy to take the 30 mm from the bottom as well as 20 mm from the top. So I will take the offset of this particular line from the top. So I will just select the offset command by the 20 mm distance. of this particular line from the bottom. So we marked this particular line of 30 mm. So we are also having a one circle at the center of at a 15 mm height and at the center of the 40 mm length. So center of the 40 mm length is the 20 mm. So for that particular to find the center, I will take the vertical construction line and we will got the center point because of we already tagged the polar method. So we got the midpoint of this particular length, that is 20 mm. So here we got the center line or vertical center line, and for the horizontal center line we will take the 15 mm from the bottom. So in offset command we take the offset of this line by the 15 mm distance of the horizontal line on the top side. So we got the center. As we got the center, we will take it as a center point for the circle. So we mark it as a 15 mm. So as so sorry, 15 mm is the diameter of that circle. So we have to mention the 7.5 is the radius of that particular circle. So that part is also we have drawn in this particular view. Now next part. So as they have given us, there is a slot which is present on the top side of a 12 mm height. Here they mention the 12 mm height and 20 mm in the length. So first of all, we already have the center line with us. Okay, so we will take on the left hand side by the 10 mm and on the right hand side of the 10 mm. So for that I will use this reference line for the offset. So we will take the 10 mm of this offset line or this reference line or the construction line on the left side. Also we will take the this center line on the right hand side. So we got the 20 mm length of the slot and we have to mark the 12 mm from the top side. So for the 12 mm we will take just a minute, accidentally I pressed the Ctrl Z button. So now I will take offset again of 10 mm on the left hand side as well as 10 mm on the right hand side. Also we want the offset of this line by 12 mm in the bottom. So as we know that we have to complete this slot by taking this point, by drawing the line between the intersection point of this construction line and the main line. So by using the trim command, we have to remove the remaining unwanted lines from the diagram. So we will use the trim command over here, and this also, these lines also we have to remove, and we got the so here we have the front view. Okay, so dimensioning of this front view are very simpler. We will do the afterwards completing the side view, so that we will not get the confusion between the lines. So we will take now, we will take the reference line from this particular dimension on the left hand side. Okay, so we will we have the main construction line, that is x dash and y dash line. On the right hand side we will draw the left hand side view of this particular object. So as we know that on the side view we have the width and the length dimension, sorry, width and height dimension. So as we know that already 50 mm height is there, so already we have the reference line of 50 mm height. Just we have to mention the width of that object. So we will take the offset of this line by the 30 mm. Okay, on the right hand side. So we got the length of the object, that is 30 mm, sorry, width of the object, that is 30 mm. So we got the 30 mm we know that on the left hand side 50 line is there. That means that line is completely visible, and we will mark it by the thick line, thick continuous line. And here we have the thick continuous line on the left side. Also on the right hand side we have the height of 30, and we will mark it as a 30. So here we will end the line command. Also we know that at the top side there is a rectangular crest of a 10 by 10. It is a square crest. So we will mark the 10 distance from that particular corner point on the right hand side, and we got the first point for the arc, and here is the second point for the arc. So we have to draw the radius of 22.5. okay, so for that radius 22.5, we have the two option. We have to take a circle or arc. From the arc we have to select the start point, end point, and the radius. So for that this command is there: start point, end point, and radius. Okay, we can also draw it by the circle, but this is the very simplest form that we have to mention the starting point on the command. Here they mention that specify the end point of the arc, so we have to just follow the command which in a command box, the message in the command box, and we have to just mention the radius now. So radius is 22.5. so by this way we got our arc. Okay, so the important thing is that again we have the hole in the front view, so it is a throughout hole. That's why it came in a side view as a dotted line. So for that, firstly I will mark the line, continuous line, and after that we will convert into the dash line. That is there is the hole throughout the object, so we mark the continuous line over here. After this line we have to right click on it, and we have to change the type of the line. So for that we have to go to the properties. Okay, and here we have the properties. Type of line we will take as a dash line. Okay, that is hidden. So we converted it into the hidden line. Okay, again same thing, we have to draw this line, we have to convert this line into the dash line. So that is that one is very simple. Okay, at the center we have the for the circle we have to mark a center line. So for that also we will take the so we have to convert, or just we have to extend this particular line, so that for the single line we will change the property line type by the center line. Okay, also we have to convert this particular line into the center line. Okay, now moving for the dimension, we have to give the dimension for this front view and side view. So for the dimension, here is a quick command tool, that is animation. In that dimension is there. So for this particular diagram we will give the dimension. Okay, so here is the 50 height of this After giving the dimension, just we have to give the command enter for the placing the dimension. So while giving the dimension, please keep in mind that excessive dimension is also not allowed in the or multiple dimension is not allowed in the this particular engineering graphics. We have to give the minimum but complete dimensioning for the views, so that whoever reading this diagram or the whoever reading this particular we can say the drawing can easily get the idea about total dimensioning. So what will be the height of the object, what are the sizes of the slot, what are the dimension of the hole, and all that. So for this we have to give the correct dimension and all the specified dimension for the views. Okay. So I think for the front view this much dimensions are necessary. If by mistake any missed, but I think all the dimensions are there, so I don't think so any dimension is missing. Okay, now we will go for the side view. Again in side view, this is how we will give the dimension in a front view and the side view. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please like and subscribe my channel for the more assignment and for the more videos. Thank you.